Have you ever had one of those days? You sit down to work, you've got all the best intentions, but you just find yourself scrolling, procrastinating, and then, of course, beating yourself up for being lazy? It's a feeling we all know. But what if that feeling isn't what you think it is? What if it's something else entirely? Let's dive in and really unpack that idea.
Just let that one sink in for a second. This is a direct invitation to challenge a story you might have been telling yourself for years. Because there's a really powerful argument that this feeling we call laziness, well, it has a completely different diagnosis. Okay, so here's the first big idea, and it's a real game changer. That feeling of being unproductive, distracted, just unable to get anything done, it is not a character flaw. It's not some failure of willpower. We're gonna explore how it's actually a massive misdiagnosis of a very, very modern problem. And this frames the shift perfectly. The myth, the story we tell ourselves, is that the problem is inside of us, that you are lazy. But the truth, it suggests the problem is actually external. You're not lazy, you're overstimulated by the world around you. And that simple shift changes everything, because it moves the blame from you to your environment. So what does that even mean, overstimulated? It means we are living in an environment that is actively, constantly working against our ability to just concentrate. It's a relentless barrage on our attention. I mean, just think about your own day. Every little buzz from your watch, every ping from your laptop, every single one of those little red dots on your phone, each one is like a tiny paper cut to your attention, pulling you out of whatever you were trying to do. And it goes way beyond just the notifications, right? There's the endless fire hose of contents online. Everyone has a take, a hot take, an opinion on your opinion. Our brains are just constantly being swamped, and it takes real mental energy to process it, to filter it, or to just try and ignore it all. And all of that stuff just adds up to this: a world that is packed with an infinite number of things all screaming for your attention at any given second. Is it any wonder it's so hard to focus on just one thing? Our brains were not built for this.
You know, this all leads to a really fascinating shift when you look back in time. There was an era when the ability to just sit and concentrate for a long time wasn't some special skill. It was normal. It was just the default state of being.
And this just nails the change, doesn't it? Something that used to be totally commonplace has become so incredibly rare in our overstimulated world that if you have it, it literally feels like you have a superpower. It gives you this incredible advantage. So if focus is the superpower, how do you get it?
Well, the answer isn't about more discipline or trying to fight harder against the chaos. It's about finding quiet. It's about consciously and deliberately creating an environment where our brains can finally do their best work. So let's be clear about what we mean here. Quiet focus isn't just about finding a silent room. It is a proactive state. It is the deliberate act of carving out a space, both physically and mentally, that is free from all that constant noise of the modern world.
And this is why this matters so much. In an economy that rewards deep, thoughtful work, the ability to get into this state of quiet focus, that is the absolute key to not just surviving, but actually winning.
This is a fundamental shift in how we think about productivity. You know the old way? Just running frantically on that hamster wheel, working harder and harder just to keep up? But the new way suggests a totally different path. It's not about working harder, it's about working quieter, creating that little bubble of focus. It's about being effective, not just being busy.
So here's the bottom line. The people and the teams that are making the biggest impact today, they're not the ones just burning the midnight oil in a sea of distractions. They're the ones who have mastered the art of shutting out all that noise so they can do deep, meaningful, concentrated work. They are working quieter.
And really, that's the question to leave with. This isn't just some abstract idea. It's a personal challenge for all of us. Maybe it just starts small, putting your phone in another room for just 1 hour a day. As the world gets louder and louder, creating that space for quiet focus becomes this small act of rebellion. And it might just be the most important work you do. So the question is, how will you find your quiet?